whispers in the sky, shadows in the night, searching for a signal through the endless fright. Voices on the edges of where our worlds collide, haunting questions echo in the absence of the light. Echoes bouncing back like ghosts trapped in a well, creaking through the silence where the lost spirits dwell. Fingers grasping at the veil, seeking something real. In the dead of night we break through truth we steal. Life after life, what do you see? Answer me, spirit, speak to me. Endless dark, oh, set me free. Life after life, show me what can be. Through flickering screens and garbled noise, we reach into the unknown like errant boys. Ghosts trapped in wires, specters riding waves, hunting for the answer to the secrets of the graves. Cool breath on my neck, the air is thick with dread. It's not the living, but the dead inside my head. Desperate for the whispers, desperate for the sign. What's beyond the living earth? Tell me what I'll find. Life after life, what do you see? Answer me, spirit, speak to me. Endless dark will set me free. Life after life, show me what can be. Flickering screens and garbled noise, we reach into the unknown like errant boys. Ghosts trapped in wires, specters riding waves, hunting for the answer to the secrets of the graves. Cool breath on my neck, the air is thick with dread. It's not the living, but the dead inside my head. Desperate for the whispers, desperate for the sign. What's beyond the living earth? Tell me what I'll find. Life after life, what do you see? Answer me, spirit, speak to me. Endless dark will set me free. Life after life, show me what can be.
Hello. The dog's not exactly happy that she's not going into this location, but a popular location of late is the abandoned church. And so we'll be going into the abandoned church, and then of course I'm going to bring the dog down for a walk down to the pier just behind us here, you know. So this car thinks I've broken down. Oh no. I don't want the dog on this location because there's a lot of cars on this particular stretch of road. You know, a small amount for an island, but a lot. It seems to be a lot tonight actually, so we'll wait till this car passes and then we'll go in and spend some time at the church, and then we'll head down to Lacken Pier. Thank you. Can I go now? Thank you. Right. Lights on. This time I have some. This time I have some IR at the side, so there'll be less of a circle. Are we all on? No, we're not. There we go. What's that rattling noise? Right. Why birds? Why can I not still open the flipping gate? Can we open the gate, please? Thank you. Now, this is the entrance to the church. Anybody's new to this, they'll actually be quite amazed. There's these trees along the side. This originally was a driveway up to this particular church. Winter time's the easiest time to get up here because during the summer it's overcome with briars. It's a lot less cluttered, you know. Here's the church. And there's some graves. There's not many, but there's a few. And the wood is still on the top of the door there, and in the windowsills. That was a bird. The windowsills are still intact, like. My last video I had an amplifier to amplify my voice. I don't have it today, but I will be ramping up the gain on this so you can listen out, because sometimes if you're out on a ghost hunt and if you have a camera, that's all you've got, you are recording audio as well. And sometimes that's where you can get pretty good EVPs. Actually, some of my favourite EVPs came from a second-hand camcorder while I was abandoned exploring, actually. Wasn't even a ghost hunt. There's a little porch here where possibly a place for the priest or whatever to put a little vestry kind of thing, but it's kind of fallen apart. You can see the lines where the roof attached to the building. It just doesn't seem to be attached very well. I'm going to leave this down for a second, and I'm going to light a cigarette. I'm sure my dog's worried about where I'm going, and she always wants to be with me and stuff. I just am afraid that we're going through the gate and going out onto the road where there's cars about, because she is very giddy. Now we walk around the outside. One evening I came down here and a vox came out of the bushes. I missed getting it on camera. You can see the graves a lot better during the winter time. Oh, there's another one in there that I never noticed. There's one hidden right in there. The writing on this one, this particular one down here, is quite nice. 1915. August the 10th, 1915, yeah. I have fought a good fight. I have kept the faith. I have fought a good fight. I have kept the faith. Honoured memory of Gade Surgeon, Joseph. It's very hard to read when the light is actually so flipping bright. But we got IRs. We have. Some of these trees are really wide. Yeah, during the summer it's very difficult to get through here because there's just briars everywhere. What's that? Oh, it's just a piece of a tree, I think. It is, yeah. There's a bit of a wind tonight. To go in here and put the camera down, but I think my lace is open. But to give me a second for my eyes to adjust. The torch is shining on my face. Sorry about all the smoke. Oh my God. What I do with these videos when I go home is I ramp up the gain and I listen with headphones to see if anything usual came through the microphone on the camera, you know. You know, if there's any spirits or entities that are hanging around this place and you wish to talk to me, I've got a machine here that can pick up your voice and that you can use, and many have. My name is Sam and I come with the utmost of respect. We would sure like to hear your voice if you could possibly give us some messages. I do have loads of equipment. But sometimes I just like travelling light. I just like bringing the camera. The camera can do many things, you know. The wind is picking up. So dark with the light off. There's a granite headstone. 1905, is it? Oh, 05. And it's still polished. It's in pretty good shape. That one's a good shape too. Well, that's galvanized steel. William McMichael, who died 9th of June 1910, aged 70 years. His wife Mary, who died 4th of June 1915, aged 58 years. And their son William Anderson, who died 16th of February 1915, the same year as the mother, aged 27 years. God, the writing is so nice. Can I get along that side and walk down that side a little bit while I'm here? The wall is down there, just to see if there's any graves I missed. I don't think I'd have. There's an odd briar sticking up that you can trip on, sort of thing. There's nothing down here. There's a branch of a tree that I presume has come off that. Oh, I'm tripping now. No, there's no graves around there. It is getting windy. One of my laces is open again. Do you notice there's a couple of different types of laces. These are kind of slippy laces. They don't stay tight for very long. Oh, I'm way out of shape. That week of snow has taken its toll on me. They didn't get out. I have no idea, is there a proper floor under all this soil? You know, there's a centerpiece that's kind of, is higher than the other pieces on the outside. But just wondering, was there a wooden floor here, or is there tiles underneath all this mud? This mud would have piled up over many years with leaves, rotted leaves, you know. It would be cool if there was some sort of fancy tile over this, but I haven't got anything to scrape away the soil. What is this here? We'll take a walk around again and the reason why I don't turn the camera around to myself much is, in order to do that, I have to turn off 3 lights, talk, turn around and turn the lights back on again. And it's just easier just to keep the thing running. Galvanized steel surround on that grave as well. You see just trees leaning on top of it and growing on top of it, which would break the building apart eventually. Which is a shame, because it's relatively intact. Wonder where that branch is coming from. Is it from a tree outside? Yeah, it's a branch that's leaning over. Do you see that? Oh, it's fallen over. Oh, it's rotten. You see that? Oh, it's snapped. Yeah. It's snapped and it's fallen on top of the building like that. There's no cracks or anything underneath it, it's just sitting on it. Oh, I'm nearly tripped again. I'm gonna go down. Why all the traffic on that road for some reason tonight? My car's parked in a kind of weird spot because there's not very much room to pull in. Oh, I was on full vision all the flipping time. I wasn't night vision at all. I was wondering why I couldn't get the round circle away. Damn. There's a bit of it coming back. I had IR lights on and they weren't doing anything. Damn it. As I said, I'm going to ramp up the gain on this. If you hear anything unusual, let me know if I miss. It's best listened to by a pair of headphones. Oh, that's much better. Damn it. I was wondering why I was just getting a little circle. Not that the visuals was bad with the little circle and that, but I got a wider field of view now. A bit of holly. The whole surrounding walls is all intact and everything. I'm still looking into the history of this, and I'm just sort of wondering why it was abandoned. You know, there's a lot of history to go through before I can get to this particular church, because the island itself is actually steeped with a lot of history, you know. So I don't know. But you can see there, the windowsills are wood, and they're still intact. I was keeping it still for a thumbnail, possible thumbnail sort of thing. Yeah, it's got windy. You know, in the future I'll bring some recorders in a spirit box or whatever. But when I'm out and about like this, I don't tend to bring too much. I don't like carrying around stuff, if you know what I'm saying. Oh, it's windy. Oh, that's pretty windy. My dog is waiting for me. Right, that's it. Yeah, I may or may not film when I'm down at the beach. Hello, we're just down from the abandoned church. We're down at the pier, and this pier in the late 1950s was the scene of a drowning. It didn't happen here, but the fishermen left this pier, 4 fishermen, and drowned at sea. There's a plaque erected at the pier in memory of those 4 men, and there's actually photographs in the plaque. This is the area where I bring my dog down for a little walk. There's a little bit of a beach and a pier and stuff. The tide is kind of in, so not much walking on the beach and that, but my dog can get a run around and she'll get to manicure her paws with the sand and stuff. So let's have a look around before. Now she did get out yesterday, but that was to the forest, and that she didn't go running very far. Oh, there's a big sandcastle down here. Look, I can see a sandcastle. Your dog, eh? The boat is still there anyway. Wow. That's quite a big castle. There's rocks around it and everything. Very nice. Hello. At least she's getting running now. She tends to run the minute she gets to sand and that. So at least she'll get running around. Oh, the boat's full of water and stones. Somebody a while ago broke that door. It's a little homemade boat. Washed up here one day and nobody knows who owns it. And I would have taken it myself only for I have no place for it. Well, put it this way, if it can hold water, it can keep out water, so. Oh, she's gone straight into the water. She loves the beach. There's another beach around. There's a little point there. There's a little beach there, and as far as I know, it's only accessible through going along the shoreline. We can't walk along here to get to the slipway, so I'll have to take the road. I just checked to make sure that my IR is on. Come on, doggy. Come on, see shit. Come on. did notice when I was on the way down here that the bluebells are out. Or not bluebells, snowdrops. It kind of gives you the hope that spring is coming soon. Now there's a couple of street lights here. There's a pole here for a security camera for some reason. And I don't think it's in operation because the the infrareds are not on, you know. It's not on the lamp post there, it's on the post beside it. Or there's an old street lamp. No, it was recently bleached because this pier can get very slippy at times. Because this water is coming from, there's kind of a rock face here on higher land, and the water is draining down onto the pier, and it does make it slippy. So it is quite dangerous down here. You can see the exposed rock face there, like. Some electricity. But I never see boats parked here at all, you know. Right, I'm going to have to try and... I'm going to turn to ordinary vision to show you this plaque. To climb up the rock face here. There's the pictures of the men that drowned. This plaque was dedicated to the memory of the 4 fishermen below who left Lacken Point, Inch Island on February the 21st June 1957 while fishing salmon off Fanet Head. Tragedy struck in the early hours of Saturday morning the 22nd of June, and all 4 lives were lost. They are not forgotten, nor will they ever be, as long as life and memories last. We will remember them and all those who have lost their lives at sea, erected by Inch Island Heritage Committee. You know, and then their photographs are there. And I'm nearly sure they're on a plaque too, on a big plaque in Greencastle, or it's a monument. Dedicated to everybody who lost their lives around Donegal coast, and there's a lot of people, you know, including my friend's father and his 2 brothers. I know they were related. There was 3 men lost in an fishing incident when I was growing up. I happened to be in my friend's house at the time the news broke, you know. Go back to... His father met me on the street one day and he says, do you mind calling out to Kieran? You know, because he broke his leg. He had an accident, he broke his leg, and he's kind of bored at home and all the rest of it. And I said, yeah, I'll do that. And I called out to the house, and the first thing he says, it's kind of weird, the Gardaí, which is the Irish police, keep calling to house, looking for dad or looking for mum or whatever. And he says, there's something wrong. I don't think Dad came home last night. He went fishing yesterday. You know? And then, you know, we were watching telly or whatever, and next thing, the mother arrives back, drives into the driveway, gets out of the car, doesn't even close the door, runs into the house and just screams. You know? And it's possibly a fishing trip that... I was invited on a fishing trip, and it might have been the fishing trip that we were supposed to be on, except for the son broke his leg, and he couldn't go. You know? And if the son didn't break his leg, he might have been on the boat too. It's hard to think about it because I was... Back then, you know, when you're in a small town and somebody's missing, everybody stops what they're doing. Businesses close, you know, and everybody goes out looking, you know, and everybody does what they can. You know, women come to community centres with sandwiches and food, or bring food down to search areas and that. And I was in the search area, and sadly I was on a particular pier. It was Creevy Pier when Kieran's father was brought in on a boat, and you don't forget these things, you know. Those houses over there have a great view. I'll get the dog back down on the sand now. If she doesn't get out for a couple of days, she goes out to her kennel that's out in the balcony and starts scraping the bottom of it to wear down her nails. The sand is very good for their paws and nails and stuff, you know. Of course, I couldn't come down here during the ice. There was one night I was filming down here and I had trouble getting out of here because there was leaves on the hill coming down to here. It's kind of a dodgy kind of a spot. So I took it. It's going to be all covered in ice. The council, what they do is they salt the main roads, but the secondary roads they don't. They leave piles of sand at different spots along the road for people to put on the ground. So this was a no-go area for me, I think. Well, she's getting a good run now. And she's going to go straight in. No. She was out yesterday in the forest and that, and she didn't walk, she didn't run until half an hour into the walk. And she didn't run very far, so. I want her to get as much exercise as I possibly can, you know. You know, Mom, let's go. Into the water, and she sits down. Doesn't matter how cold it is, she'll get in. Alright. There you go. You like that, do you? Not a bother on her luck. And this is January. Oh, don't jump on me now. Oh, she's in for more. Don't jump on me. You have a habit of doing that. Oh, she's loving that. Don't you egg. Hope she'll run up and down now to dry off. I won't jump in the water just before I put her in the car. There you go. Oh. I had to get a special hoover especially for the car now. She brings sand and crap into it, you know. I have a little USB hoover that I keep in the car. Good, wear down them poles. Come on down. Come on. Yoo-hoo. Oh, she's going back in again. She's staying in there a long time because she normally just runs in and runs straight back out again. Oh, there's a car coming down. Come on this way. Come on this way. That's not exactly what I wanted you to do. I wanted you to run around and dry off before you get in the car. Never happens. Come on this way. Right, those people are going to the pier. Are we ready for Coco? Bet you we're not. She's going to flip and play up now, I bet you. Come on, let's go. BMW. Right, let's go. We get into the nice and warm we can. Here we go. There we go. Oh, that wasn't hard. Right. Right, I'm going to leave that one on that. Talk to you soon. Oh, I'm parched for a cup of tea. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to head back, have a look at this footage and see what I think, especially with the abandoned church and stuff. Talk to you soon.